We're finally celebrating our anniversary. Because you were sick, and then I was sick, and now we get to celebrate 3 years of marriage. Isn't that crazy? 3 years ago, you put this on my finger. We're going to celebrate. We just had some donuts to start the celebration because they had gluten-free, which was so lovely. And to be honest, I think we're just eating to celebrate. We're gonna go out for dinner to one of our favorite sushi spots at sunset, right?
A little sunset, yeah.
A little sunset meal and browse around, enjoy the evening. I feel like we haven't been out for like a full dinner date in a while.
It's been a little while.
I think we usually end up ordering in, or we just are out and end up eating out because we don't make it home in time to eat. So this is an intentional dinner date to celebrate 3 years, which is lovely.
Oh, it's gonna be great.
Yeah, we're excited.
So beautiful.
It is so hot. I'm sorry if you can hear the AC blasting, but it is like, I think it's like 32 or 33 out, so I'm just trying to catch my breath. It is the next day. We had such a lovely night out for dinner at one of our favorite spots, and we sat like on the patio, as you saw, which was really just, it like reminded me how much I love LA, like how special living in California, like Southern California is. I can't even imagine this for myself. Like I was saying this to Michael, I was like, if someone told me when I was 16 or even 20 that I would be living in LA and I'd be out for dinner with my husband, first off, husband still feels wild, but if I was out for dinner with my husband, sitting, watching like boats come in and out of the harbor, having a delicious meal, celebrating our 3-year anniversary of marriage, just doesn't feel real to me. Like it doesn't feel like that's something that would be my life. So I'm just feeling very grateful and very blessed to be where I am at my life with my partner. And yes, there's always hardships, and I know from the outside everything always looks so glamorous, but 3 years of marriage is work. I will tell you that much. It is so fun. It is so beautiful to share a life with someone, to build with someone, but it is a lot harder, I think, than the internet always makes things seem. But when it's the right person and you're both committed to it, it is worth the hard work. Like anything, I mean, I hate this saying, like, good things take hard work, something like that. Work hard to have the good things. I don't even remember what the saying is, but that whole concept of like, you work hard to succeed or to achieve things, you have to be willing to put the effort in and like have the tough conversations, have uncomfortable conversations, unpack your childhood trauma, all those different things. But it has just been such a blessing to be where we are, and I'm just choosing to be really grateful for so many things instead of feeling overwhelmed by like the state of the world or things that are happening with me personally, or just in general, like the downside of life. It's so easy to get fixated on that, and I know I've had the tendency to do that over the past couple of years, so I'm really trying to course correct and get back on track to positivity. And Michael is really good at that. He is like the best partner that I could ever ask for. So I feel, yeah, I just feel very blessed. And the AC is kicking in. I'm going to do some errands. I have to return a pair of shorts at Nike that I was really hopeful would be like a nice running summer short. Looks like a diaper. That looks like a diaper on me. Even the shorts I'm wearing today, I'll try to get a video when it's not like super sunny, and it's just crazy when it's sunny, like everything's too like blown out, but I'll try to get a video of my outfit because I'm, again, still having fun getting dressed. And the shorts I have on, I'm like, they're cute, but they definitely can go diaperish just because of the proportions of my body. I think that's just the reality when you have small waist, bigger hips, bigger butt, thighs, you know, bottom heavy, pear shape, whatever it may be. But I'm leaning into it and I'm having fun. So yeah, I'm gonna return those. I think I'm gonna get a matcha and a snack because it's been a few hours since I've eaten and I'd like a little treat. I also have a really bad migraine. I can't tell if it's from the heat because I slept well. Like I slept almost 9 hours last night, so I can't imagine it's from that, from getting a good night's sleep. But my head is really not feeling great, so instead of staying home all day, which was an option, I was like, I'm going to get out, do a couple things, and then I'll come home and maybe have a chill evening and feel better if I can and read or something at home. But for now, getting out I think might be good for my head. Sometimes I find when I'm dealing with pain, sitting at home and staying like in the pain mentality isn't actually best for me. So I'm gonna go and try and maybe go to Target, walk around Target, just like, we don't have Indigo out here. If I had Indigo, I would love it. I was at the new Indigo in the Well, and it was just so beautiful. The one in Toronto, the Well in Toronto. But yeah, that Indigo was like absolutely stunning. I miss Indigo so much. I don't know, it's just like my happy place. So trying to convert Target to be my happy place. So I'm gonna maybe do that as well.
If you let me go, 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 with the moon and the sun comes up, then I love you too. I do. Come on, get me in a mood. I don't wanna think about the world before you. Tunnel vision, I only know you lying in my arms. Like I won the lottery. Wonder if you ever get lightheaded at the thought of me, right? You feel so right. Insomnia, you're keeping me up at night. I'm calling in sick, 'cause I'm sick in love. I must admit you got me spinning.
My running glasses. Michael has real running glasses now. He's upgraded his running game. Sure, run your glasses. It has been a pretty productive day post run, which we haven't done like a morning run in, oh my gosh, probably 4 or 5 weeks before going to Italy. Actually a while before going to Italy, so probably longer than that. But it felt really good. It was not long. It was pretty short. I think like just over a mile, but it felt nice to get the body going. I've had a productive day on my computer since, just getting things done, but I'm making dinner. As in I'm cooking, I'm heating up dinner. I'm not cooking dinner. I'm heating up dinner. I got this soup from Errands. It's their chicken tortilla. This is a soup that we have had a couple times and I love it. We've tried to recreate it at home, like with obviously putting everything together, and it's always been close but not quite there. But it feels like just like a nice meal. And then I got my favorite dessert, which is just a brownie. These are these gluten-free brownies. I've talked about them probably too much at this point, but I love them. They are delicious and a little treat. And I think we're actually gonna start watching The Bear because season 3's out and we need to remember what happened before we start season 3, if you know what I mean. So that's, I think, what we're gonna do this evening. Keep it pretty casual, pretty chill. And yeah, it's been a decent day. Like, I don't want to complain about the day. I definitely feel like this week is going to be not overly busy, but I just want to manage my energy outputs. I also want to do more like morning workouts or runs. I just felt so good today doing that to start the day. And I also need to do a hair wash. I'm due for a hair wash, so that's probably going to be tomorrow, which I'll probably show you the products I'm using. They always change. You've probably caught up by now. Over the last like year, they changed because my hair, scalp, everything continues to change and react differently to products, but I have some that I'm definitely loving for right now. So I'll definitely share those. And I think it's also good to like cycle through different products. I don't know. But I want to warm up this dinner, watch The Bear, maybe Love Island. I'm still so obsessed with Love Island UK. If you are, you understand. The UK version is just different. It's just better. So have a very chill night. And I did start a new course, like an online type of course that I will talk to you about this week. It's nothing crazy, but I just want to talk about it more in depth, not right now, because I can hear the soup cooking. I am so tired. We didn't even watch The Bear. I fell asleep during Love Island at like 7:30 or 8. I have no idea why. but I'm going to read a little bit. I've been trying so hard to really get into Throne of Glass series. After reading Akhtar, I guess I'm a fantasy girly, but I've been trying to read it. I'm like 60% the way through, and I think the issue is I just haven't had enough time to like sit down and read like 3 or 4 chapters at once to really dive into it. Probably because I read like half a chapter and fall asleep at bed. So that's probably what I'm going to do. My back has been sore post-run, so I was doing some stretches earlier tonight. I hope that helps. Tomorrow I'm going to see a new like healer. I can't really explain. He's like physio, a bit of like naturopath, supplements, kinesiology, a little bit of everything. I'm going to see him tomorrow. I would bring you guys in, but you have to wear like a hospital gown, and it's like a very strange experience, but I'll at least talk to you about what it is. He's very similar to someone I saw in Toronto who I miss dearly because he has really helped me over the last 10 years. It's just crazy that I was seeing him for like 10 years, but I'm excited for that tomorrow. Probably do a little bit of stretching before. I try to do some stretches on the bed just because it's softer than the ground. Read and sleep, and then hopefully have more energy for tomorrow so that I can finally watch The Bear, at least get into it. I feel like I can't be on the internet right now because everyone's posting like bear related content and I just don't know what they're talking about. So I need to watch a few episodes, at least just catch up to everyone else, and then also just like enjoy. You know, evenings are for enjoyment, and that's the plan for tomorrow night. It's gonna be a busy day, but it'll be a good day. I'm manifesting that. Okay, so I woke up today and my body has chosen violence. Literally and truly. We think, Michael and I, think that we ate something not so well. We both have had very unwell stomachs. His started yesterday and I was like, oh, poor baby. And then mine started today, and yeah, my body has chosen violence. The current trays that I've put in are killing me. I did not know that I was paying thousands of dollars to have more headaches and migraines than before. But as I told you, I was off to see my healer, which makes me sound so LA, so woo-woo. But yes, he is like chiropractic, osteopath, just like a little bit of everything. But he did look at my jaw. He did do some like internal jaw adjustments for the TMJ. My TMJ girlies will know what I'm talking about. So yeah, he went in there, he did his adjustments, and he realized that actually the jaw being out because of these trays basically was shutting down like my nervous system as a whole. So that's why last night I was falling asleep early and had no energy, have no energy today. So he had done a lot of adjustments without the trays in, and then I put the trays back in to adjust even more to make sure that with the trays in, my body was still like functioning at its optimal prime. I sound like a machine. I'm trying to become, I guess, a machine in a way that it's like I know how to take care of myself. Like I always explain this to Michael or other friends, that you don't want to just go see someone when you're at your worst. So it's like you get regular oil changes so your car doesn't overheat and you don't blow a radiator or whatever, a gasket. I don't know autos. I don't know that stuff. But it's that sort of idea of if you do regular maintenance, it's proactive healthcare rather than retroactive. And so that's what I really wanted to commit to, which is why I'm seeing this healer, because he does do a wide variety. So he will also do like hormone testing, but not blood work. He will read blood work, like if I were to get it and bring it to him, but also like hormone testing through just muscle resistance. It's like kinesiology. It is a bit woo-woo, but it has worked for me. The doctor in Toronto who I've seen was amazing when I was seeing him for this. He's the one who really helped me manage my endometriosis when I was coming off of my medication. He also was the one who told me about my caffeine intolerance years ago when I had to quit coffee and start drinking matcha before matcha was like available anywhere. I think I was 23. No, 23 or 24. Like I was very young. This was almost a decade ago. So yeah, I was drinking matcha instead of coffee because I was getting such severe like migraines, sinus pain. And so having a doctor who doesn't just look at like an MRI or a CAT scan or your blood work, but someone who actually looks at your full body, for me personally, is the type of doctor or the type of healer I want to work with, because everything is intertwined. If your emotions aren't well, you're physically not well. If you're physically not well, your emotions aren't well. It really all goes hand in hand. So seeing him was super helpful. I look like this because I just saw him and I was like lying face down for a while. I also learned from last time, do not wear mascara, because you will, like, you'll lie on your face. It's the same thing if you get a massage, like you're lying on your face and your eyes sometimes water, at least mine do, and then your mascara is like folded in and like smudged all over your face. So I go au naturel mostly. And now I have to go pick up a FedEx package because for some reason FedEx didn't want to deliver even though I was home. And it's a few things that I bought from Aritzia, so I'll show you when I get home. And I'm hoping my stomach stays calm for the remainder of the day. And I also ordered a few things from Amazon, so I hope that they've arrived. I think a few of them have. So I'll show you basically what I've ordered this week, which I actually don't. I would like to say I don't shop that much. I haven't really shopped that much. Most of what I was shopping for prior to this week was for the wedding. So even part of the outfit that I was wearing the other day, that I think I showed you a clip of, those were different pieces I bought for the wedding because it was like a 3-day event. So there was like different activities and things that I needed new looks for. But I really haven't shopped for myself, like just for like day-to-day things. So these are just a few staple pieces from Aritzia and life things, very important life things from Amazon, just because I actually don't know where to get them in certain stores. But I'm praying traffic is okay. LA, you just never know, and it's a hot day. So I'm gonna put on a podcast. I'm thinking I'm gonna put on To Be Magnetic, the expanded podcast, because I'm doing one of their courses right now. I finally decided to pull the trigger and do it.
Almost how numb, I almost want to say, people become to humans are disconnected from themselves, and we don't have a protocol when our belly is feeling upset because we're actually worried. The stressors that we undergo through life are connected to how much in our back pocket tools that we can access when we're catching the bus.
I'm not great with flowers, but I feel like this works for a nice little bouquet of dahlias and some greens. I don't know if I put too much in here. Like, this seems pretty jammed. If someone knows about florals, did I do this wrong? Or is this okay? I'm just worried if I put them in a looser vase or like a wider vase, then they would just like fall out and the stems wouldn't hold them. But maybe that's what dahlias are supposed to be like. It doesn't feel right. Maybe I need to redo this. Okay, so not all my Amazon packages came, which I feel like this has been a thing with Amazon. It's like next day delivery, and then it doesn't arrive, but it's honestly fine. I don't need everything, but I did order some more supplements. This one I'm almost out of, but this is literally a lifesaver if you're sick. It has everything you need. I actually just take it every single day because my immune system is not great. So I do take that every day. I take 3 pills a day, but I also made Michael take it when he was sick the other week, and it helped him. So I do think it is worth taking, especially if you want sort of like a multivitamin. It's really just an immunity booster. And for me, that's what I need the most. And then for my girlies who have endo or anything along those lines, this fiber con, anyone that has IBS, you know, fiber. We don't get enough fiber. I don't get enough fiber in my diet. So that is another one that I stocked up on. And I got a new nail polish color. So I'm still doing my nails at home. I wanted to get like a butter yellow. I mean, you probably can't, yeah, you can kind of see. That is the color it's supposed to be. Let's see if it actually looks, yeah. So I'm gonna hopefully do my nails maybe this weekend, something like that. We'll see. I mean, I feel like they need to be done soon. I can tell that they're not like shaped properly, at least for my liking, they're not shaped properly. So I'm gonna hopefully do them this weekend. I thought this would be a nice, fun, trendy color, and I can link it below, or If you guys, I don't know if anyone else does their, like, this is gel UV polish. So if you do your UV gel nails at home, let me know and I'll send you the link. And then my Aritzia package. So like I said, these are very much staple things, socks. I have been getting my socks from Aritzia for a little while. I just find that they fit well, they feel comfortable, they're thick enough. I do wear through them, so I actually just threw out a few pairs, which is why I had to get some more. So I actually bought 6 pairs of socks. This is like my, every 2 years I try to stock up on socks. And then I bought 2 t-shirts. So it's been work trying to find shirts that I like for some reason. So this is like a baby tee in a ribbed fabric. It's a size small, which like feels tight. So I'm gonna have to try it on and see. It's like one of their seamless ones, so I don't know. I don't like love this new look of like seamless skin tight, almost like body sculpting material. It's just like not me as I wear a men's like 2X shirt. So we'll see how that fits. It was on sale, so I know they honestly have so many options for just like white tees that it's honestly hard to know what I'm getting or which one is the right one. And then I also needed a long sleeve one, so this is long sleeve in white. It's definitely a lighter weight. I do like that it doesn't feel like that sculpting material, like it feels more like a normal cotton. It is, let's see if it is cotton. Yeah, so it's Pima cotton and 7% elastane, so that's why it has a good stretch. So I usually wear like white shirts like this, just sort of under cardigans or blazers, sort of just like a classic staple piece. And I do want it to be fitted because I don't like when shirts like start to bag in the waist. It makes me very uncomfortable. And I realize I have like tactile issues and sensory things. So I'll see how those fit. If I don't try them on tonight, maybe I will wear one or show you if they work. If they don't look good, I'm not gonna show anyone and I won't put that on YouTube. So, but I will tell you in the caption below if I kept them, and then I'll link the ones that I did keep if I like them. And yeah, that's my shopping, keeping it pretty simple, re-upping on things that I need, which is the way that I'm looking at shopping right now. I'm not trying to build a whole new wardrobe. I also think right now just like fashion is in such a strange place, so I'm not investing in a lot of things. I am having fun, still getting dressed, and stocking up on the things that make me happy when I get dressed and make me healthy, so I can stay healthy, stay feeling my best every single day. I think I'm gonna have my everything shower because I know I mentioned this hair needs to be washed, so I think I'm gonna do that. And I might do some work from the computer tonight. It is a bad habit that I have not broken, is I usually work on my computer in the evenings, but I just want to get things done. So yeah, we'll see how the everything shower goes and if I do anything else fun tonight or it's just work. Shower is complete. I wanted to talk about the new hair thing that I'm using. I've actually been using this for a couple years. It's the Gloss Plus from DP Hue. They have the tinted one, which is how I colored my hair a while ago, but this is just like the clear one. And I've been doing this probably every 2 weeks, 3 weeks, at least once a month. I do it as sort of like my leave-in treatment. I leave it in for a couple minutes and it just helps like revive my hair health. You obviously can't really tell, but it is really good treatment for the hair, adding a bit more luster, gloss, obviously, but it feels really good and I highly recommend it. This is one that I actually do recommend. I have been using it since 2020. I bought it in 2020 and have stocked up, and these also last a really long time. I do have a discount code for these, so I'll put it in the description and the link so you can use my discount to save, I think, 15%. But I do recommend it, and if you want to try a different color, you can get the tinted one to try a different color, which I probably need to do because that like auburn red is washing out. I also still haven't decided if I'm going to dye my hair. That's a whole other conversation for another day.
Oh, mama, I'm a Mary Ofori-Attah.
You do?
I'm
AFet.
a her. What did I say? I'm coming over.
I wish you could come over.
I know.
I'm going dumb. I'm trying to live it and stunt. Get anything that I want whenever I want. You wanna make a killing, then execute it. Wanna make a million, no excuses. I'm going dumb.
I had such a nice morning. I haven't made like a breakfast like that in, honestly, probably a year. I feel like last summer was the last time that I did like a brunch at home, and this is something that I've been working on. I know I told you I was going to talk about this like new course that I'm doing. So it's not really a course. I'm doing the To Be Magnetic Summer Challenge, and I've definitely done some like To Be Magnetic things in the past. Obviously, I'm a believer in manifestation, speaking things into existence, but I just needed more structure and to like work towards something. I am very goal oriented as a person. So that's something that I've been working on. I think I'm in week 2 now, which is nice because it's like self-structured. It's not something that you like have to jump on a Zoom call and you have to make fit at a certain time in your schedule. You can make it work, whatever your schedule is. And I have a friend who her and I are doing it and being accountability buddies. So that's also super beneficial. And I honestly don't know if I would do it if I didn't have someone who knew I was doing it and checking in on me to make sure that I'm doing what I said I was going to do. And that really led me to realizing I haven't been doing things for myself as much as I thought I was. I realized that if someone else wasn't wanting to do what I was doing, or like wasn't about the plan or about the thing, that it just didn't make sense for me to do it. So Michael is not a breakfast person. He could care less for breakfast. He has 2 hard-boiled eggs basically every single day, and I respect that. I actually wish I could be like that, but I'm a breakfast person. I'm like, I want to go out for brunch. I want to have eggs Benedict. I want to have like this feast. I want orange juice. I want a coffee, maybe a matcha, water. Like I want all of the things. I love the whole like brunch breakfast thing. And I realized over the past year or so, I don't make that effort to do like a big breakfast at home because it's truly just for me. Like no one else is benefiting from it, which isn't a problem. But the way that I've realized that I'm not prioritizing myself is if no one else is joining in with me, then why am I doing it just for myself? And even saying that, I'm like, that is the problem. I should be doing things just for myself, whether anyone else wants to join in, enjoy, or be a part of it. It's really for me. And so that's what I did this morning. I made those protein gluten-free pancakes. And for me, personally, they tasted great. They're like the prepackaged Trader Joe's ones, but I do need that protein. We've been talking about breakfast, getting my protein in. And then I had some fresh peaches and cherries on the side, which was so lovely because they're both in season, so super delicious. And it was so nice to be intentional for myself and like make something that I know that I want, that I'm going to enjoy, and obviously have a slower morning. It's what day? It's Independence Day. I'm like, what do we call it in America? 4th of July. I was gonna say it's Canada Day, but it's not. It's America Day, Independence Day. So today I am taking a holiday because Michael isn't working. So I try to match my holidays with his, just because otherwise, if I'm taking the Canadian holidays and he's taking the American holidays, we don't get to enjoy holidays together. So I have a bit of flexibility to do that, which is great. And I'm going to get ready now. We're gonna go to Soho House for the afternoon and hang out by the pool and then watch the fireworks from the rooftop, just because it is beautiful. And I feel like that's like the thing to do, like on Independence Day. So I'm just gonna do my hair. I did my everything shower. This is basically like air dry, kind of, I don't know. As I've talked about before, like the back has so much like texture to it. I wish the front of my hair had this like these little like mermaid waves. I wish the front did that, but obviously they're 2 different things. So I'm gonna use my like mermaid waver, like the 3-barrel, to just do that so it's loose and easy. And honestly, it's easier to manage for a couple days. It stays very, very much like in, and it doesn't require a lot of maintenance. And I also just don't want to do too much like heat on my hair. So I'm going to do that. And then basically, I think we'll head downtown, maybe have a quick bite to eat before we go. and enjoy celebrating Independence Day.